Two twin Locs strapped to my hip. Waiting for the ops, waiting for the dip. Got the drip on me, and she take a sip. Doing shit you never see, like a G.
What's up, guys? It's the INeedFoodPodcast, which is your boy, The Hype. I got my new host with me, Miss Ariel Jackson is in the building. And we got a very special guest today. My boy, Donovan Goode from Dogwood Goodes is in the building. What's good, my guy?
What's up?
The most pun intended question we had is, hold on. I am messing up the audio already, y'all. It's so good to see you, man. Cheers, my guys, man. Wonderful time. Cheers, everybody.
Good to see y'all.
Good, man. So we have very interesting conversation, even before the questions we have on the pad, man. But the very first question we have to ask on this podcast: how is your mental health doing, bro?
It's going good, man. Definitely, during like the peak of the pandemic, trying to juggle everything. Definitely, triggering anxiety and stuff like that. But
for sure.
But yeah, man, the biggest thing is getting the help, and then also being mindful, actually doing mindfulness exercises. So yeah,
Yeah, facts. Ari, how you doing today?
I'm good. Today was a chill day. I was with my family for a little bit.
Word.
Came through here, now I'm chilling.
Now we chilling. Now we cool.
Vibing with the crew, the team.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm
Yes, sir.
How about you?
Today was a great day. Honestly, like I think everybody was enjoying the nice weather today.
Facts.
I know it's my birthday yesterday.
Yes.
On February 11th.
It's cute the applause. Right
Oh,
there,
well, you want
okay?
one of those one
birthday,
more time?
Okay. Happy birthday to the man with the plan. The man that created this.
Yeah, it was a wonderful day. I take my birthday differently now. Like I used to party all the time. Now I kind of do what my birthday is. I make it a mental day for myself. I do whatever I do for that day. If it's with my wife, if she can take off, she can take off. If not, I do my own thing. So I got a nice massage for my homegirl Jasmine. Y'all got to shout her out. So when this link comes, I'm going to send her a link down to everybody because she's a very, very great masseuse. Okay. I know you work out. You got your pole thing. You guys got to get on her because she is freaking amazing, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to tap in with her like
yeah,
ASAP, actually.
Yeah, because I had tweaked my back, and I remember she did something. I was like, like it cracked, like legit cracked my back. It felt so good.
She cracked that back.
Like she cracked it, and I was like, "Yo, was that your wrist or was that most of my back?" And she was like, "No, that was your back." I was like, okay. Like that, it was one of those things. So I had that, kind of chilled. Today was a really beautiful day. Went to a brewery with my wife. We went to Cupid's Market, which was actually influencing a lot of black-owned businesses. So I saw my boy Oasis Cigars out there that's gonna be on the podcast shortly. Some other businesses out there got some good people that want to do some interviews too. So I've been working on my B-Day, man. I've been working on my B-Day. But speaking of COVID, man, and I'm doing this off rip, how did you adjust to COVID with your business? Because we were talking about this. You brought this, by the way, amazing, beautiful piece of art that you have. It's fresh. So let's get to this first and let's get to the COVID question after. So what is this exactly?
So this is actually part of our product line. This is one of our modular laptop and tablet stands. So this is it has flat pack design principles brought into it, so that way that you can actually take this and make it mobile and you can travel with it.
Yes.
And so this is actually one of our product line items. This one in particular is called the Nomad, and then it also is an add-on to what's called the Consultant to make our product that we call the Architect. So it's a complete setup that's all flat pack, and you can break it down and travel with it. So yeah. Yeah,
like I really like it, man. Especially like I think I was looking at the Nomad. No, this is the Nomad. Yeah. I was looking at the other one that I can actually have my interface in there. And you actually working on that for me. I actually appreciate that. And this is actually a whole gift, so I really appreciate that because this is going to be shown on our future podcast going forward.
That's dope.
So I know when we get the other part, this whole interface is going to pop out a little bit. So it's going to be definitely a shout out to y'all. But yeah, this is one of those things I saw on your website. You definitely changed your artistic view a little bit because it went from like you did a lot more like you did a lot of art pieces. I saw your African art piece with the hardwood carving, which is amazing. And now you're doing stuff more tech. Is that because you're in tech? You trying to figure out more stuff to do in your tech because you work in tech, or you're just like, I just want to try different things right now?
Yeah. So just kind of give a background of the where this kind of conceptually came from. Working in the tech industry, being a software engineer, when I used to have to travel for work weekly, it was always you would get to certain client sites and the setup wouldn't be that optimal for you to actually be able to program and like actually do the development work. So I was like, how could I solve that problem? let's create a modular and multifunctional base system that can be used to do your work and have a nice setup. So even when you travel, whether it's for leisure, for work, and that's the purpose of Dogwood Goodes too, is creating, basically using digital design processes, taking engineering design processes, architectural design processes, and actually putting it all together to make something that's beautiful, right? Like one of my favorite quotes that I myself actually made up is, basically, when you bring the beauty of art and design together, that's when you create a true masterpiece. So
I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I think that this is one of the most intricate pieces because I'm a tech guy myself, and just looking at it and just the way you had the laptop set up and everything. And I know you want to get everything in here, but I was like, I need you to get on this podcast because it's going to be definitely interesting. I got one more. I'm going to kick it to my co-host here.
Go ahead.
How did you, because you work from DC and Charlotte, right?
Correct.
And you always going back and forth. Hell, we were having a conversation. You were in DCA, about to be on your way down there. So how did you survive during COVID? Because you had to bounce back and forth, all the restrictions. Like, what made you pursue this even more during the COVID times?
Actually, COVID helped me get even more laser focused, man, because basically outside of working out, doing work, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, it was everything else was Dogwood Goodes in my spare time. It just was that extra thing where I didn't have certain distractions. I was able to get laser focused and kind of up the process on designing, conceptualizing all that. Meeting with my business partners, just being able to take the time to focus in more on growing the business and scaling it. Because we started as like a digital design and manufacturing company, but we're also now a product company as well too. So we have a ton of different cool designs that we have coming actually soon. I'm planning on doing a couple of drops for my birthday, actually. So,
nice.
So, yeah.
Gotta do the birthday drops. It's always special. Always freaking special.
Yeah, definitely gotta do something for Black History Month, too, as well. So
that's how I kind of started all this. I'm gonna kick it to Ari in a second. The reason why I started the whole podcast, I wanted to, especially in February, was because I wanted to put Black-owned entrepreneurs, Black-owned businesses on the brand, and talk about their stuff and talk about how they rise through COVID and how they rise to doing with their stuff right now. And definitely seeing your growth and seeing how you transform your business from just one way to do more product now is amazing. Because I've seen some of the work, man. It's clean.
I appreciate that,
It's
man.
clean. What you got for Ari?
Well, I know you said that COVID helped you like really laser focus on your business. Like, so what was that like for you? Because I know for a lot of entrepreneurs, sometimes it was, you had those periods where it was just like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing, just because you trapped in the house kind of thing. And it's like, how did you really focus on your business,
It also really helps that I actually retrofitted our DC workshop. I basically turned my garage, my townhouse, into an entire design studio and lab. So I have like multiple CNC machines in there. I have a whole 3D print farm. I have like my gym in there too as well.
That's amazing. So how did you really get started though?
With the business itself, or just like everything?
Everything.
Honestly, so
the very beginning.
My background is in electrical engineering, and then it's funny because the 3D design and like modeling, like the engineering design stuff, I actually started doing that. I actually learned that skill set in high school.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not, I actually learned that in high school. I actually won a competition as well, like a design competition doing that. So some of those skills actually transferred back over to help me later on in life. So like using the Fusion 360 software is engineering design software that you can also do CAM, which is computer-aided modeling and machining, so that you can actually program tool paths with a CNC machine.
So much. It's so enlightening.
A lot of technical terms.
No, but for sure. And I saw your IG, and I was like, I was amazed. You know what I'm saying? Because that. I was like, okay, I see you working on the computer, and you were transferring, different designs to.
Yep.
How?
Yeah, it's
how do you do that?
It's definitely.
Or do you not want to give that secret?
Well, no, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to spend time learning. There is definitely a learning curve, and that's part of the reason why I did this business too. Is that I want to actually inspire other people to. We have a bunch of creative people in our community.
Yes.
And there's a lot of people with very good ideas in their head, but they don't always necessarily know
how to execute on it. And so that's part of what I'm doing eventually, is to try to actually get more people into digital design and manufacturing. Honestly, I think there's an entire space for the micro manufacturing market, right?
Yeah.
some of the equipment and tooling, things like CNC machines, water jets, 3D printers, man, you couldn't get one of those below $100,000 back in like the 90s and the 80s.
That's facts. Because
In the 90s and 80s?
The only way I know about water jets is because I watch a lot of custom car shows.
Yeah.
They use water jets. They use not 3D. Sometimes they use 3D printers, but most of the time it's water jets. And that tool is like a normal. Like you think a business starts up with 100K. That whole tool is 100K.
Yeah,
right.
that's on the cheap end.
And that's
some
on the
of
cheap.
the more
Yeah,
high end
yeah.
water jets are like millions of dollars, especially the ones with larger beds. But yeah, but a lot of people have great ideas, and you know, I had no experience with CNC machines, but I have always done woodworking and fabricating. We had CNC machines in our like engineering labs in undergrad.
Right.
You know, we got a little bit of experience with that for using the ones for like PCB board designs, but never like the larger, you know, ones that actually mill out material. That was more in the mechanical engineering department, not the electrical.
Yes.
But some I picked up, I kind of fell in love with it and just took off. I get pretty obsessive with things when that's like even like, you know, jujitsu.
Yeah.
I get pretty obsessive with things that I want to learn. So just spending the time doing that. And like I said, I retrofitted the workshop, my garage into the workshop and my gym space, so I can do both at the same time.
Yeah.
And then also my full-time job.
I was just about to ask you if this was your main or okay.
Yeah. Eventually, that's the plan. But my full-time job, I'm blessed enough to be able to work from home as well. So I'll actually be running toolpaths. What's funny is my setup now is that I actually remote desktop into my computers that control the CNCs. So I don't always have to be in the workshop. And then I have video cameras to monitor when the toolpaths are running. So I can be upstairs in the other room and essentially be running toolpaths while I'm taking a call for work, or if I'm doing dev work for work, and literally be monitoring that and control the CNC machines from the other room. So if anything goes wrong, I can just hit the kill switch right there and don't even really have to be in.
That's a lot of programming, man. That's a lot of programming for one day. Because I've seen you on your stories, and you be working on your. I'm a tech guy, so I know sometimes we don't have to be on our computers all the time.
Right.
That's just a given. We have that blessing. So it's like, he's doing his spare time. I was like, no, you're like, I'm programming a tool to do this while I'm working on my actual 9 to 5. And my backup not even backup 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 I want is actually doing the same time.
Right.
So having that kind of thing, having that kind of like command is amazing. I think that a lot to do with your background with coding, and coding the machine, because I don't know how in the hell to work a 3D printer for my life.
Well, if you want to learn, man, I'm going to start creating coursework to get other people into it, so that way they can learn it faster and don't hit some of the pitfalls, or for some people who may be a little bit more nervous to jump in.
Yeah.
'Cause we have too many creative people in our community.
for sure.
They need someone to
And they don't know who to go to.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
And it seems like the DMV, I'm like the DMV has so much creativity. A lot of us go away from school, come back. It happens for most of us, and just so much stuff to do in the DMV, and a lot of people have these ideas. It's just like you gotta find the right people to work with, and like you gotta have the right setup and everything like that. And that's why I like having this show and bringing people on. It's like, all right, yo, Will knows this person or that person. Is like, I can work with him and get my stuff ready. Like that's the goal, the main drive I have for this show, is to have that connection with people and understand like, yo, we have this to our ability in the DMV. This is an option you guys should use, because that in itself is more valuable than just like, I would say like, if you're legit searching online, like a lot of people, I would say like a lot of people, like you look at Yelp reviews a lot. I try to treat this podcast as a Yelp review. I'm bringing people on that have like certified, like this stuff is like legit guys. I'm saying this one more time. He made this before he got here. This was made in like
today.
You
made this today.
I could smell the starter from here.
No, I did smell it when y'all walked in. I was like, dang, that's fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh. See, you asked me for my logo. I was like, I think he's making a sign, but you actually making one of these, so that's actually kind of dope.
Yeah, your logo, I need to vectorize it. That's gonna take a little bit more time. So that's the funny thing with this too as well, is I really want to get more people who are graphic designers into the CNC laser and 3D printing space, because they have the skill sets, honestly, that most engineers don't necessarily have from a creativity standpoint. I got blessed enough to I'm an artist at heart, even though I'm an engineer. That's where the whole slogan for Dogwood Goodes, like engineered artistry, comes from, because it's like blending art and engineering together. But yeah, a lot of artists and creatives, want to get those people in here because when you bring people who have an artistic mindset, they can think of products or think of
Absolutely
how to solve problems and come up with solutions in a different way than your typical tech people can. Sometimes.
Yeah, when creatives in the room together, the energy is
it's always
crazy.
always
It's crazy.
great.
How did you think of the name?
Yeah. So I mean, my last name is Good.
Okay.
So, yeah, and then I'm from North Carolina, and our state tree is the dogwood tree.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, and then I also am a big dog lover. So Dogwood Goodes.
Do you have dogs right now?
I love that.
I'm actually in the process of adopting right now.
Nice.
Okay,
What
are you
kind?
looking at?
A pit bull terrier, yeah.
Of course.
So the one we're looking at is a pit bull lab mix, and hopefully we get him.
Nice, nice.
He's a handsome boy, man.
Nah,
Okay.
man. I'm a big dog guy.
You said we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
He's talking about his missus.
Okay. Look, he's off the market, ladies.
Speaking of that, 'cause I know we're gonna switch back and get to your product. You had a very good question about doulas. And she was a doula. Not she was. She is a doula. She's actually my doula.
Yeah, okay.
God, I keep on claiming that because y'all not gonna take that from
Manifest.
me. She sent you a sign that she wants to get done, and you had a
Yes.
very great question about that. And the cameraman cut it short. He's like,
So it's a dilation board is what I showed him.
Yes.
Okay.
and what was the question? The exact question you had for that, or like, it wasn't a question. It was like the appreciation of doulas.
Yeah. So it's good to see more people, especially Black women, going back to leveraging doulas because they're having healthier and more safer births at home too as well. But I wanted to get her opinion because, like, logically, you think about how gravity works and you think
Yes.
about just things in general. I always wonder
Yeah.
why they make women lay down in the hospital, and was trying to ask her opinion on that.
Yeah. It was more so of a show. And also it was just the convenience of the man because it's easier for him to be just sitting down looking, straight at the canal. While she delivers versus her squatting and him trying to be under her or whatever. Also, like I said, it really was a show. Like, so while the doctor was, helping facilitate, delivering the baby, there would be literally, people watching
Oh, wow.
it happen.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So that was really the purpose of, women laying on their back.
It sounds like we need to have a
It's
paradigm
selfish.
shift.
It's
Yeah.
selfish.
time
And it's
for a paradigm
uncomfortable. Yeah.
So you rather have, and that's a very interesting conversation. You rather be standing up like the old days, so it can, like you said, gravity go
standing
down.
up, be on all fours,
Just not on your back.
just not on your back.
Yeah,
It's
that
not.
doesn't
It's
make
not
sense.
natural, honestly.
Mm.
And even if you have an epidural, like, how am I pushing and I'm on my back? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all.
I never thought of that. Never
Very
did,
enlightening.
because it's not it's a hard
Yeah,
situation to think
yeah.
about.
Yeah, it's completely selfish for, purely for the doctor and his convenience or her convenience. I mean, it definitely started off as, it's
Standing
male
on,
dominated.
yeah.
No, male dominated as far as like the doctors delivering, when they took over after the midwives because they thought midwives were witches kind of thing. So
Yeah, that's some
yeah,
toxicity
it's
there.
it's more so like belittling the woman, like she doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah,
so
I think
the man needs to take over and handle business.
You would think it would make more sense to have women being the main ones
You're
who
right.
run that because they're the ones who
Who understand the body?
yeah, who understand the
Yeah.
body.
Yeah, understand you. Like, I never
Right.
understood why not women, that's wrong. Why men would get in women's business about birth, childbirth, healthcare,
makes
stuff
no
like that. It
sense.
makes no sense because if
It's
I'm
the
a,
controlling factor.
yes, it is, because it's like, for me as a male, I'm going to a male doctor because the male guy knows what's going on down here.
Right.
That's
Of
not a
course.
problem. If you're a female, I would assume like, hey, I'm going to a female doctor
Right.
who knows what I'm about and knows the situation and everything and so forth. Now, yes, it is a male-dominated division of doctors.
Of doctors, yeah.
But it's like, in terms of like health, it should be female-dominated in terms of what should be, the rules and regulations. Because everybody's up in arms about just past stuff about this abortion stuff.
Yeah, but the
and
men
yeah.
took over. That's really what it is. The white man really took over. I'm on my Black Panther shit, and
I
it's
mean,
Black History Month.
Yeah,
so let's be real.
we're Blackity
the
Black
white
this
man
month.
Yeah.
took over
It did,
and
so it
said, "Hey, I'm we gonna put you on display." kind of thing.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, that's why it's time for that paradigm shift to happen.
and especially healthcare. But let's get back to Dogwood, back to this,
Yes.
John. So what was your biggest thing that you had to do to adjust in terms of COVID? Because you, like I said, you bounced from North Carolina here, COVID, the restrictions, everything. So what was your most thing you had to like deal with during COVID?
I would just say, yeah, with the travel, it would get a bit annoying because you just had to take extra precautions. Earlier on, I didn't do as much traveling, but that's
Were you flying?
Yeah, I was flying.
Okay.
But Charlotte flight's like 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's a short flight. It's only
Okay.
like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what flight you're on. But yeah, I kind of definitely like during peak pandemic, the traveling, I didn't do it as much, right?
Of course.
But luckily we leverage the power of technology. Everyone on our team, we leverage teleworking. So it's cool the way even when we do our design work for so if someone designs something, or even if we get customers that are in Charlotte, I can do design work up here, do the 3D modeling, program all the tool paths, get everything set up. So then all that has to happen for my business partner, I send him the exact like directory link inside of SharePoint to where it is for the file, and he basically can just go and open it up, review it. If he has any questions, he can ping me on Teams. We can do a quick design review and everything, and then he essentially can run the manufacturing process with our machinery down there. So we do a lot of like weekly design reviews. We do customer reviews, and of course, like me being an engineer and working in the tech space as a developer, I built out our own custom like CRM, ERP on top of Power Platform, and so yeah, and that's actually a solution I'm trying to package up so the other entrepreneurs can actually leverage it to like launch their businesses and automate their business processes and like basically make their business run more efficiently. And that way they can just automate some certain things that would normally have to be done manually. So
yeah, and I think I definitely understand. Cause I think we're rapping about that on your way to your flight about that and how you want to wrap that up. Which is I think is very interesting. Are you the only? How big is your team? Let's give a shout out to your team quick. I know you said you had like a couple business partners in there as well. Yeah. So give a shout out to your team real quick and see who does what and so forth.
Yeah, definitely want to give a huge shout out to my boy John Hazley. That's my boy, man. We've known each other since undergrad engineering, and he's a super sharp guy, great business person. He keeps me. I tend to get like very. Like I'll get stressed out or my anxiety will kick in, and then like I'm just like I'm a worker, like I'll turn into a workaholic, and he knows how to reel me back in. And then my uncle, he's a super talented craftsman. My Uncle Jonathan, man, super talented craftsman, master woodworker, rigger, all that. He does like everything.
Is that who taught you how to?
Yeah, I learned a lot of techniques from my uncle. So my family, like everyone, they're like builders and things like that. I come from like, so my granddad was a Green Beret in Vietnam, Army Ranger as well. My dad's military as well too. So they've always been good with their hands as well. And then my granddad, built houses, and growing up with him, he would buy rental properties and flip them, and I would always be there helping him out doing the work to like renovate and restore. So skill sets I just picked up
along the way and doing the stuff, being there. Yep. Was there influence to you the reason why you kind of start this as well? Because there's so much passion that you have with it, and you saw it was like it's a family passion. You just don't want to do it for fun no more. You want to make not just like make money, but you just like I want to do something I love, and you love doing this.
Right, that's exactly what it was. And then just like a legacy thing too. I want to eventually.
I love that.
Yeah, I want to be able to. I want to be able to fully engage in nepotism as well too, right? I want to be able to have it to where my family, they're well. I don't want my kids to have to go through some of the struggles that I had, right? I want my kids to be able to have the ability to take some of the risks that I wish I would have been able to take. I want to go and just quit this job and start this other job or start this venture, but didn't necessarily do it because I'm like, I didn't necessarily have the net that could catch me if I failed. So I want to make sure that my kids and grandkids and nieces, nephews, that they know that, hey, at the end of the day, I can always have a job here, and just have that legacy as well too. So
I feel it. Bringing up an uprising and stuff like that, I think everyone has different, unique uprising. You say you had to deal with hardships. Did your hardships in your childhood made you a better person that you are today?
Oh, for sure. Definitely for sure. I can basically traverse any environment and blend right in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Not everyone can do that shit. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that.
It's hard.
Like,
It's
is hard.
hard.
It's very hard.
Yeah, it definitely it helped because I can go anywhere and not feel afraid.
Yeah.
That's a strong word. I'm not gonna say afraid,
No.
but like I think I'm an introvert, low key. So it's like I just rather not socialize
I actually.
if I don't have to.
I mean, I feel you on that.
You know.
I feel you.
But yeah.
No, I really beforehand. So before I got into corporate stuff, I used to have a big fear of that because just different aspects of being black and working in corporate America, being dark skinned working in corporate America,
and being young.
Ageism
exists as well too.
Oh, I got some stories about corporate America. I got one real quick.
Go ahead, go off.
Yeah.
So
Let them know, man.
But yes.
So I've been working in corporate America for about 5-6 years. I'm 29 now. I never had an experience like I had one of my jobs where I was brought into the office. I was like, I ain't do nothing wrong or anything, right?
Okay.
They bring me in the office and like, hey, Will, how you doing? I'm like, good. What's going on? Like, I don't know what I'm here for, you know? And they were like, there's a rumor going around that you're trying to get with such and such.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Let me tell you that.
That's wild.
And there was such and such and all this stuff, and we just want to let you know that it's not appropriate or anything like that. And I'm over here
Not
like
them scolding you before they even know what the facts are.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So before she finised, and this is my old manager, and I don't even talk to her today, so it's straight.
Yeah.
But I told her, I was like, hey, I'm gonna call her Karen because I ain't gonna drop out names.
Not Karen. Okay, so we know the
sure.
ethnicity.
We know.
All right, here we go. That was my question too, but I was like, I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I was like, hey, Karen, you guys know I'm about to marry my girlfriend, who is now my wife. I don't know how this is coming about because the only reason why I talk to such and such is because she watches football and she's a big Patriots fan. So of course, every time I walk, the way you walk towards the kitchen, you're not gonna miss her cubicle. So every time I walk past the cubicle, I always talk shit about her Patriots, and we sat there talk,
Got you.
and we talk about football, all this stuff.
Something.
I don't know why, cause you can hear I'm a loud person, generally speaking.
Right.
You guys can hear my conversation a mile away. So it's like I only talk to her. Everybody else, when I walked, I looked down because I didn't want to talk to nobody. Mm-hmm. I was one of 4 black people in that building, in that office. Only black person on the insurance team. So for me, it was like, dude, the numbers, they ain't there for me. I'm just a quota at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
So
They need you.
They need
Right.
me to fit quota.
Right.
So it's like one of those things. Was like, dude, like I never thought working in corporate. I have other experiences. I'm not gonna drop dimes on them yet, but working in corporate America and being black is different.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I mean,
sure.
you have a big corporate job, but I think that job is a lot more diverse.
Yeah, for sure.
Than anything else. You work by yourself kind of most of the time, and you
Yes.
deal with different ethnicities as a doula and as a pole instructor. But working in corporate sometimes as a black American, as a black male,
Right.
it's cutthroat. Honestly,
No, I believe
and a lot
that.
of people, I think, I would actually like to open this question up. Do you, how more corporate America is, do you think that being black and female gets you a longer way than being black and male? Especially in our tech world. Because I've seen less of us in our tech.
I will say this.
Okay.
I will say this, and I think that it is honestly the perfect time to be a black woman in the tech space.
Yes.
And even outside of black women, a woman in general, because there's a lot of opportunities that are coming up and rising up for women. And honestly, what a lot of people don't realize, man, is that like the software engineering, the computer science field was mainly woman dominated from the beginning.
Yes.
And then men took it over. So it's actually kind of good to see
You know,
women getting
it's
back
the
into
history.
it, you know?
It's the
Yeah.
history of
Yeah.
things.
I actually got my bosses now.
Some actually, my bad,
Men
but
take
some of
over
some of the
everything.
smartest developers I know at where I work are women. Actually, it's crazy.
Actually, that was very, very true on top of my job I had previously. It was she was very, very smart. Middle Eastern descent, head of the development department. She was on top of her game. My boss now, Middle Eastern descent, very top of her game, head of the success team over there, where I'm working at now. So it's like seeing women in that space now, ethnicity wise, everything like that is amazing. I just had to ask that question because it was like it was one of the things I was like, I know you probably know. Because you've seen thing too and everything like that, so I had to ask that question. But
luckily the company I work for is an amazing company.
Yes,
and,
that's amazing. That's good to say.
They're really big into diversity.
Oh yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what I got here. We breezed through.
We've been going.
Your
We've been
branding.
jumping around.
We breezed through your branding. We talk about your passion. Talk about your business. We talk about all this, that, and third. Got you. Project. What is your favorite project?
You mean for Dogwood Goodes?
Dogwood Goodes.
All of them.
I love that.
All of them, man. It's something. Honestly, I indulge myself in work when it comes to this because I legitimately enjoy it.
I love that.
I legitimately. It's something about like I don't know the way. It's just a great feeling to see something because like when I'm going through life, just in general, I'll see something and I'm like, how could I make that better, or how could this be designed better? Let's go prototype that out real quick. You know, let's see what if I can make something like that better. So it's just fun because it's like challenging myself and then being able to apply like my design skills, my engineering skills, all of that, just like my creativity. So it's just amazing. It's a blessing to be able to do what I do, you know. And definitely, I just want to share the wealth eventually too, and get more people into this because it's pretty rewarding.
Oh yeah.
Right. So your plan is to make this like your full time.
Yeah,
right?
Eventually, man. I would love to be able to do this full time.
So I have a question because I feel like, you know, sometimes it's a struggle for me, right? So how do you think that you'll balance keeping this as a passion and not making it work? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
because
a
like
very
once it
good
becomes
question.
work, it is different.
It's weird though, because even with work, man, I mean, I've been told that I can be a bit of a workaholic sometimes too.
Okay.
But I enjoy what I enjoy it. So
is this like a meditation type thing?
Yeah.
Because looking at your videos, you look so zoned in, and I love it. You know what I'm saying?
The
like,
one with the gloves and the whole thing, and you were cold in Charlotte, whatever, cutting up the wood.
Yeah,
It's like, man,
so
getting
cold.
it.
It was so yo, it was so cold. Luckily, I was like, man, luckily a little bit of that Danish blood that's in there, because I was like, ain't no way.
Not the Danish blood.
Yeah. My grandmother on my dad's side, she's actually from Denmark. So
okay.
My granddad, when he was like deployed, and so like when he was on tour and stuff, like out in Vietnam, he actually met her when he was stationed in Germany.
Nice.
And
that is beautiful.
Love story.
I was about to say.
That makes sense.
Listen, perfect time for Valentine's Day because that is beautiful.
That makes sense because a lot of I have military friends. They do have German bases out there, and they do. It is very, very common. They do that. So no, I definitely understand that.
Yeah. And my grandmother, she's also like, that's one thing too as well. My grandparents, I spent a lot of time with them as a kid growing up, and my grandmother is a very, very sharp lady, man. She's very good with. She's like a master, like seamstress and drapist, and she
So her precision is everything too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, isn't that on your logo as well?
What's it is passion, purpose, precision.
There we go.
I like that.
But yeah, she's always like my grandparents always encouraged me to be creative and think outside the box. So that's how my grandmother literally would bring home wood and like electronics and things and like, here, you should figure out how this works. Or you should build something like this and just let me have at it. So I used to love going over there on weekends and just building. I would just go build stuff.
Yeah.
So it's always good. That's why like it's good to get kids into this, even like within my neighborhood. Remember the kids I was like training.
Yeah, you got a little following with the little monsters on the street.
Yeah. Actually, so that's during COVID it was pretty cool because the kids, they didn't really have much to do. So, our experience with jujitsu, I was like, oh well, I can train them. This is something that will like help keep them like out of trouble. This is something that would get them passionate about something. They really enjoyed it. So I was teaching them jujitsu and Muay Thai. I was training them and everything. And you saw some of the videos.
They were getting jujitsu together or I don't know.
So I'm trying to figure out for the entire time before even leading up to this interview, I was trying to figure out where did I meet you at?
One of the
it was one of the grappling industries
tournaments. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think we had both just won our absolute division.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So he does jiu-jitsu under Sugi, who is Pentagon MMA. He is a black belt under my professor, Leo Dollar.
Leo Dollar. Yep.
And
Dope.
that was the first time I actually met him at a tournament.
Okay.
And then, like, that was the first time we ever met. We linked up. We've been cool ever since.
Yeah, I saw him hit this.
How long
he hit
ago?
this. No, first off,
Yeah.
Was this pre-COVID?
Let me give him a little.
This is definitely pre-COVID.
He hit this mean heel hook on because it was our absolute division, so it's like open weight class, right?
Oh, you talking about when I did the single? Oh,
Yeah,
I
that
know what
was
you're talking
slick.
about.
Oh, I need a video.
Oh, no, so-
I need
At the
I
time,
need a video.
you were still a blue belt at the time, and that guy I think was, and it's the absolute class where it's like all belt classes. So
Yes.
He actually beat like a brown belt when he was a blue belt and hit him with the heel, that nice heel hook.
Actually,
I see you.
Actually, no. I didn't do that
see
one. You might it's absolute, but it's not a brown belt. So it was actually against a blue belt.
Oh, I thought
What happened was what happened was so I got him in the single leg, right? And I got him down, got him in the ankle, right?
Yeah.
I had the ankle. I was looking at the guy. I looked down straight like this.
Hey,
I was
okay,
like-
mean mug.
Like no, not even. I was like, it's gonna
gonna
break,
hurt, bro.
I got
it's gonna
you.
break.
Yeah.
It's gonna break, bro. And he looked back at me. I was like,
All
all
right.
right, fuck. I heard it popping through. He was on crutches by the time I left.
Yeah.
It was
wow.
bad.
I mean, you synced it in.
you
good.
I
said,
synced it in
look.
too. I felt like
You
when
said, look, my man, I'm about to do this.
I'm about to do it.
I'm
like,
about to do this.
at that age, like now, because since I got purple, you see the difference. Like you don't get that
Talk your
chance to
shit.
look
I got
when you get
purple.
higher. Like when you get higher, it's like nah, you gonna kills. You gonna kill everybody.
Yeah.
So when I was like, when you at white and blue, it's different because at white you kind of like you're playing a C, and you're just trying to see what sticks, what doesn't.
Right.
White belts, some of them can be great. They get in their flow right. They're about to get blues. Some of them you see white belts, you're like, dog, that's kind of trash. But we all been there. We all been there.
Okay.
So it's like having when you do teacher pole classes. It's like having the girl that does pole for the first time. That girl for the first time gonna have some bruises. She might fall,
for
bust her ass
sure.
on the pole. She gonna.
Oh, we don't fall under my watch.
Hold on. First off, speaking
Okay,
of pole.
Oh,
Speaking of pole.
Yes, go off.
Man, y'all are in good shape.
Yeah.
very.
Yeah.
Very.
For sure. I actually
Very.
lost 80 pounds doing it.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
The transformation is crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes. Like pole girls. I mean, and they're all beautiful. They all do their thing. They're all smart. My wife been trying to get me to do pole for years.
You should do it. And your grip strength gonna be crazy after that.
The grip is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, because a big grip strength is very
Nah,
important. in
that's
jiu-jitsu.
a whole
Yeah.
fact.
No, but there's tricks in pole that I didn't really know. I didn't know the pole spins. I did not know that.
Yeah.
And some of the motion is really good. The most awkward thing in pole, in my opinion, though, is when y'all have showcases, and it's like, most of the girls, they bring their family and or their boyfriend to see them pole for the first, second time, third, whatever.
True.
Right? And as I see, because my wife's most like any of these lineups, I'm starting to notice that like you can't cheer harder for some of these girls because there's some other people in this room that might feel offense to that. It's not really like it's awkward. It's awkward as hell. At first it was awkward as hell. Now I don't care.
Okay,
But it's
yeah,
just like
yeah.
it's awkward because
No,
like
should you?
like it actually pole actually helped me open up with my girl about a lot of things. In terms of like I used to never like compliment about her girls or anything because some bitches be cray.
Right. No, that's a whole fact. Nah, no, you're right. You're right.
Bitches be cray.
Yeah.
So it's like for me, it was always like I was like she's like, yo, you see this girl do a trick? I'm like, yeah, she good. Oh yeah, she fine. And then she finally sat me in the car. She's like, Will, you not seeing this art? Like, I see the art. I'm not giving you the right response right now because it's like I don't know where we
I
going.
don't know where we.
I don't know where we going. Like, it's
Smart
like,
man.
Where were you in your relationship when this was happening?
Yeah.
Were you all like still fairly new, so you were hesitant on trying, like, you know what
it was
I'm
a
saying?
year and a half, 2 years. It wouldn't really say necessarily new.
Yeah.
But it was more necessary not to be disrespectful to
her.
To her.
Of course.
Now she's like, yo, I want you to tell me what you think about people. I'm like, all right,
Absolutely.
cool. So I tell her, no, like, oh, yo, that chick fire, that chick with some ass. Like, all
It's good when you could do that with your significant
Yeah.
other. 'Cause I mean,
You gotta have that open communication.
Oh, hell yeah.
People, I'm pretty sure she sees some dudes who are very attractive, and you don't care if she's like, oh, he fine. I'm like, I don't care. Like,
Nah,
significant other would say something like that.
I don't. because we were actually having this conversation about sugar babies and sugar daddies
Yeah.
last podcast, and you actually got a thing about another one just now recently.
I did, but
And-
it's definitely scam likely.
I mean, it's scam, but
Scam likely.
it's scam likely. But I'm over here like, look, man. I talk to my wife all the time. Like, look, if they have something for me, something. All I gotta do is make a phone call.
Listen,
just give me something.
If I just need to have conversation.
I just need to have a
with you.
conversation
Yeah.
real
Hell
quick
yeah, I'm
for
for it.
$500. Look, I'm a cheapo. I'm cheap. I'm cheap.
That part.
I'm cheap.
I'm gonna be on my Juice Bigelow.
I'm a juice,
part.
like, look,
Juice
y'all just need a phone
Bigelow.
call me at $500. That's all I need. But where we were going with this? Damn. we're going basically on your projects, and then we got all this down this yellow brick
know.
road
Tangent.
about different things,
Nah,
which I
good
like.
combo, though. Good combo.
Nah, I like it. As far as your projects, man, what are you most excited for coming up?
That's actually a tough question because
Because you
Yeah, I got-
talked about how you want to build like programs so you can see people do that. I know that's one down the line.
Yeah.
You got another one that's like, I want to give people the blueprint for the website.
yeah.
Yeah, I
What's-
was about to say, you trying to help people. Listen,
No, he trying to give us a
help me.
blueprint, too.
You trying to help me come
Yeah, I
up with
got
my
you.
website
Yeah, I
too.
got you.
Okay?
He's giving us the blueprint.
I got you
He-
for sure.
He's Jay-Z real quick.
That part.
It's actually kind of funny. He got Jay-Z got dressed now too.
Yo, that's
mean,
funny.
Yeah.
I feel like I understand what he's doing with his locks, though. You know what I'm saying?
He's on his Basquiat.
I feel like I feel
on
like
his
he's
different
intentionally. Again, I'm on my Black Panther shit.
Word.
Okay?
Hey, ain't
I
nothing
feel
wrong
like
with it.
he's intentionally, and I don't want to sound degrading to like people who really wear, their hair like this. But I feel like he's really wearing his hair like this just to prove to the white man that I'm gonna do what I want, and you're still
Yep.
gonna work with me.
Right.
Type
I
thing.
really-
You know what
I
I'm saying?
really do
Because
think so.
he's that man.
Yo, on some real though, like that's why I grew my hair out. Honestly, that is a big part of why I decided to start growing my hair out because I wanted to be able to say, "Hey, I am a professional black male
That
that
part.
has locks, and I do my job damn good." And it ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Like, you're gonna have to accept my look for the way it is. You got all kinds of people wearing different hairstyles, but then
Yep.
it's always considered unprofessional.
Right.
Yep.
When black people wear
Their hair the
natural
way
hair.
that
Yeah.
it grows.
Yep.
Their hair
Right.
the way it grows.
And I had that battle for years.
It's crazy.
Had that battle for years too. I'm growing my stuff out. I'm going through the ODB phase. Y'all don't see this right now.
Not the OZ.
He said, "I'm on my A sign."
Come on
Dude,
now. What is
look,
wrong with you?
look.
It's not even that bad.
It's not.
It's
It's not bad.
not.
It's not bad. It's not there yet. It's gonna get there. But it's always for me. It's always patience. I think patience
Okay.
with locks
Yeah.
is one of the biggest things
Yeah,
in the
for
black
sure.
community because you see everybody else like, yeah, I'm gonna get my locks, and like 3 months later you're gonna cut it. I always try to start. I start my locks. I try to start my progress at the worst time. I started during the winter, and then in the summertime.
I feel like I thought that you had started too.
I started.
Okay,
So
I'm not
So
tripping.
COVID. I really wish I would have kept my hair during COVID.
You should've,
I
man.
really wish I would start that in COVID, but it was like once the barbershops lit up, I was like, thank God I can get lined
Once
up.
the
I was like,
barber-
thank God.
You can get lined up and still have your locks though.
Right.
Yeah, but so I'm starting to like.
I know. Look at this man right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, trust. So when I was like, nah, let me do this, and then I was like, I'm cool at my job right now. And then when I started working from home, that's when I started growing my hair out back again. And like I told y'all earlier, it's like I started doing my whole interview process with an afro, which I've never done before. It's either my interview process, and I think that's part of it too. Where I thought about corporate America is like when I start my interview process, I want a fresh cut. I want to be
Okay.
fresh, all this stuff. So most of the time when I'm growing my hair out during that time frame, I had to change up my whole plans to get this money. Again, it's short loss for a bigger gain.
Right.
So now I'm just like I'm at a job that I love.
It's so annoying
Yeah.
that
So
you have to
essentially
conform
yeah.
the
Right.
way that you have to, though. Especially being a black man
Yeah.
in corporate America. You know what I'm saying? I feel like y'all have to do so much just to survive in it, and that's so upsetting. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got stories,
Yeah.
but this ain't about me.
No, for sure.
Oh, we definitely gotta have a follow-up
Oh,
conversation.
this ain't about me because I got a story that
Yeah.
it could shake the room. But no, because we got like 15 minutes left. I know we got to get some times in this real
damn,
quick.
that went
It went by fast as
Oh, yeah,
mud.
that went by
So I got this thing because we got a couple questions we got to ask you real quick. I'm pulling up pod decks right now, and pod decks will be y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all need to pay me. because these guys make incredible contact questions. We're gonna do 3 of these, and then you got alley-oop question that you have to ask. The alley-oop question, I'm gonna break that down in a second, and that'll be the first one.
It would be my
that
first
you can
one.
answer,
Oh
so it's
my
gonna be dope.
God.
If I can get this thing to actually pop up, because it's gonna be. If not, I'm gonna make some Black History Month questions on the fly. Here we go. I'm gonna give you 3 categories, man. I'm gonna give you Black history, foodie, and or philosophy. Which one you want? Which one you want first? I'm gonna pick one of the 3 of those categories. Which one you want first?
I'll let you be the judge.
Let's do Black History Month because it is February. We blackity black.
Okay, we only got 28 days.
Oh, we only got 28 days. Speaking of 28 days,
Go ahead.
do you think schools and businesses do a good enough job of celebrating Black History Month? I think that's a hell no.
No. It's sometimes annoying some of the antics that certain companies do. I'm not even gonna I'm not trying to get sued, so I'm not gonna say a certain company's names, but it's crazy. They just go and just put
I know what you're talking about.
They put they'll put the kente stuff around it.
We were just talking about this.
You know, the black,
we were just talking
with
about
the
this.
red colors.
Government officials kneeling.
But
Yeah.
it's like, what are you actually doing to try to make a positive change or to make things better for
just trying to show that we're here in solidarity, but they're not.
They're not doing a damn thing.
No, I think really businesses in general right now, what they should do is for the whole 12 months, pick different ethnicities that they should highlight each, for different businesses. You can do a white business 1 month, black, Filipino, all the way down. So everybody get free equal share. Unfortunately, Black History Month gonna have to do Black entrepreneurs, but that's fine. But it's just having that equal opportunity to do it for everybody. I don't think they do it enough for Black History people in the month of February. Also, school wise, bro.
Man, we're going down. If you look at what's going on right now with this whole
critical race theory,
the critical race theory stuff, man, it's just ridiculous. Oh my God, man, I can go on. Let's not. Yeah,
let's not.
I'm making myself mad.
I can tell. I felt it.
Because if we're talking about critical race theory, and this is just an open question, America, if we're talking about critical race theory, wouldn't Black History Month be in that kind of discussion as well?
It should.
It would be, right?
It
should be.
Here, hold on. Here's the point I had to make. Here's one thing I'll say.
Oh.
So some of these same people that are fighting against critical race theory are those same people who want to complain and talk about why we shouldn't take down Confederate monuments and all that and everything. But then they're like, "Well, it still happened. It's a part of history."
It's part of our history.
Exactly, my guy. So why don't you want to talk about the other things that happened in that history? You're trying to now pick and choose, what history is history. Although, I know this might sound kind of controversial. I don't. So, the monuments of these different things, right? I think that they shouldn't just be destroyed. I think they should be removed and then maybe replaced with something else in a more positive manner, but put them in a museum because it is a part of history.
Yes.
If you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Yes.
So, but yeah, man.
My fingers are dry.
Oh, no, I got you. Now, we got to keep that. No, I believe it. Honestly, I don't even need the statue to be replaced by a Black history person. I don't need that. I would rather have someone that's influential to the city itself.
Exactly.
Than someone that is just we're going to just do a Black person because it's a Black person.
Right.
And matter of fact, the monuments didn't really piss me off that much. I grew up in Virginia. We know what Virginia about. Ain't nothing ain't nothing worried about.
Right.
To me, it's hey, they might, because a school near me, Stonewall Jackson, even the one up here, T.C. Williams, they both got renamed because of the racial bias
I was about to say
of their names.
Stonewall. Yeah.
But I grew up around Stonewall Jackson High School since I was 9 years old. To me, it was Stonewall Jackson High School. I didn't give
It didn't.
it mean nothing to me.
Matter.
It was just
it was so.
It was just the school to go to.
It
was just so natural.
It was norm.
It was normal. It was normal. I'm happy with the name what it is now. I'm not happy with the Alexandria because they just didn't care. There's from T.C. Williams to Alexandria City High School. Y'all didn't try.
They didn't even try.
They didn't even try.
Yeah, the Washington football.
Yo, the Commanders, y'all did not think.
Oh my!
Why are they called the Commanders?
That is just
so.
terrible.
What is the point?
So, do you know why they called it Commanders?
No, I don't.
All right,
honestly.
so originally the Washington Redskins
Right.
Weird to say that after 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
The name got banned because everybody was on that whole
Yeah.
riff. Honestly, it was a George Floyd flag, in my opinion. But anyway.
That is what it is, and they were just
nitpicking. I mean, my favorite team is the Chiefs.
That's another conversation. They were
Right.
nitpicking everything after that, and it was just
Yeah.
like, yo, this is
Yeah.
not the fight for y'all.
Exactly.
Like, why do they do that?
Right.
Because my team's the Chiefs. I'm waiting for the day they call us on our name. But, like, they changed the Redskins' name, and it was Washington football team.
Right.
Cool, whatever. Then they changed it to Commanders, and your colors are red and yellow.
When did they change it to the Commanders? Because
Last
I just
Tuesday?
heard this.
Recent.
Oh, okay, because I was like, I just heard this the
yeah.
other day.
Yeah,
Because
last
I
Tuesday.
was like, what?
Last Tuesday, and they were like, "Oh, the people are immediately Black Twitter. I love y'all." Immediately, it went from, "Oh, they're the commies." It immediately jumped to that.
Yo.
It immediately jumped to a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, I can see. I can see it. I can see
I'm
it.
like, come on
honestly,
now.
I can see where people
Come
are
on
going
now.
with it.
Like,
That's crazy.
yeah.
That's
So I think
wild.
people owe a sense of it. It's like, to us, it's like, look, we don't need to be replaced for our stuff. I feel like just make it about the city. If someone about the city that's influential, put it for them.
No, I agree,
It doesn't
man.
need to be someone from us. It can be anybody.
No, I agree.
It can be anybody. All right, let me do that. What the fuck question? No, we're not doing. This first thing came up was about the Spice Girls. We're not doing that.
Not the Spice Girls.
What type of contest do you think would be fun to judge?
You said content or
Contest. What type of
Oh, a
contest
contest.
do you think would be fun to judge?
ooh, actually a pole dancing contest.
Hey,
Yeah.
talk that. Talk
Yeah.
that.
You watch P Valley? You watch P Valley?
No, do you
Bruh,
watch P-
yes,
Yo, Miss
yes,
Mississippi?
Yo.
yes,
They are talented, man.
yes. Yo, so when I went to Stadium one time, right? Ain't a bad story. It was a bachelor party. So when I went to, and shout out my boy Gene, because this is how the story got leaked out, buddy. So I was at my boy Gene's bachelor party, and I saw some of the girls. This is Valentine Roses doing pole and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, I know what this trick is about. This is that, there, and third. And now I'm looking up ceilings, like, oh, there's talent.
Yeah.
And then we do all this stuff, right? And then my boy Gene tells his wife, of course, like, he had a great time. Will seems to like know all the strippers and all this stuff.
all
Oh,
the
man.
strippers.
and then they tell my wife, and my wife's like, okay, cool, because they didn't know. And then while I was talking, like doing my fun time with the strippers, I was texting my wife the entire time. She was at KOD with the girls on the other side.
I know that's right.
And
I
I'm
know
over here
that's
like, so
right.
me and her like, we good, we Gucci. She on
Yeah.
KOD, I'm at Stadium.
Yeah.
Two iconic strip clubs.
Okay.
Right. That's why people need to just mind their own damn.
Mind
They
your
really
own
do.
business. Mind your own
They
business.
really
But
do.
Gene, I love you, buddy. So yeah, I would say, ooh, you go first. What would be your favorite contest to judge?
Oh, a bodybuilding.
You know,
Yo, seeing Kai Green do the, bro, it's so
Yeah.
funny seeing because he's so big,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's like the other dude, the big dude, be moving and stuff. But Kai Green be out here popping, man. And
Yes.
he's really good though.
Dude.
He's
It's the
really
flex,
good.
you
Yeah.
know?
what
It's like,
contest? Now y'all got good ones. You said pole. You said bodybuilding. Those are two good ones. Those are two iconic ones. What contest?
You can't say jujitsu.
Can't say jujitsu. Can't say Muay Thai.
No fighting stuff.
Ugh.
That because that's the default. We can't say the fighting stuff. That's what we-
because that's automatic. That'd be
Yeah.
fun. That'd be fun. I'm actually working on. I'm not gonna say the promotion's name, but I'm trying to be a broadcaster for a promotion very shortly.
My man is out
So
here
I'm
grinding.
He
working.
grinded.
I'm working. I'm
On
trying to
his
make.
birthday, he
Right.
was working.
I was
grinding,
working. I was
boy.
working. Contests. Honestly, I think. You know what? I'm gonna throw a random out there. The hot dog eating contest they do every year.
I know that's right.
I think that would
I
be
love me
interesting.
some food. Okay, I
I-
need.
'cause you-
okay, I need food.
Yes, I need
need
food.
food, too.
We got Foodie month coming up shortly. Y'all
Yeah.
gonna have to pay attention to that.
Oh.
So for me, I think that would be interesting because I was like, look, those festivals always got food.
Yeah.
Always
You
got
said
food.
the Renaissance.
Not the Renaissance.
But with the Ren Fair food, man, I literally go there for the food, and also because I like
Do
coffee.
you
Nah.
eat turkey legs?
Yes, I love the big turkey leg.
Really?
Yes.
I know so many jiu-jitsu people do the cosplay for Renaissance.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like
I love doing it. It's fun. I'm
Really?
trying to go to BlurCon this year, man. Like
what is BlurCon?
It's a
It's in
con for
DC. It's like a
everything.
con. It's basically like a Comic-Con
Word.
for Black people.
Word.
There's a
Word, like
con.
Black
There's a
Nerd.
pole con. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know
trying
there's
to
a
go to
pole.
that.
It's in Atlanta.
He said,
Home.
I know it's a pole
I know there's a pole con.
It's in Atlanta this year.
Are you
Very
gonna go?
excited. Of course.
I might have to try to go to that.
Yeah.
Get your girl on the pole, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Get her on there. I have to get her enrolled in some of your classes.
Of course. Yes. Hit me up.
All right. Have you ever traveled? And this is the foodie question, guys. Have you ever traveled somewhere just for the food?
Absolutely.
Just for the food.
Absolutely.
What was the restaurant?
We like actually did like me and like a few other folks. We traveled to Baltimore for food all the time, but I've done a food trip to Philly.
Ooh.
Just for
Same.
Philly.
Ooh, I haven't done the
Same.
Philly cheese yet.
Same.
I need to do a Philly
It's
cheese.
2 hours.
It's worth it. It's
I'm
worth
in
it.
Maryland, so it's 2
Yeah.
hours. for me.
New Orleans.
My family's from New Orleans.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go like, yeah.
You probably
like,
gained about 10 pounds out there. I gained like 10 pounds out there this last New Orleans trip.
Listen.
Yo, the beignets
Oh, yeah.
are bomb.
Fire. No, but have you had crawfish etouffee though?
Etouffee.
It's the etouffee for me.
Etouffee.
It's the etouffee for
Look,
me.
there's certain
Okay.
places-
Little etouffee.
There's certain places that you have to get food. It has
Yeah.
to be. If you're gonna get seafood, go to Baltimore. Go to DC. DC harbor food. Oh my god.
That's sad that Captain White's, man, you know, they moved.
Oh,
from
they
the
cut
wharf.
all that stuff out
They
because
moved
of the.
from the wharf because of the tax rate and gentrification, all that.
Oh, that's gonna be safe for another episode. I miss the old Southeast.
Yeah.
I miss it so bad. Not the crime rate. I miss the old Southeast.
How you say it again?
Yeah.
Southeast.
Southeast.
South.
Southeast. Southeast. You don't say it nowhere else. You say Southeast.
Facts.
Now they trying to call it far. They're trying to call it the far southeast. Now I'm like,
Bruh.
far
Yo,
southeast. It's southeast.
all of the names, like even on the metro, like the stops are different. Like I don't even know. Like
I haven't been in the metro in like
Yeah.
a year.
I haven't rode the metro since right before the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
No, I feel
couldn't,
you.
I couldn't
I
tell
feel
you.
you.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
So the food for me would be, I definitely travel for food. I'm trying to figure out the restaurant. I'm definitely trying to think. It's probably Richmond RVA area got definitely good bomb restaurants.
Yeah, they do.
I've done Baltimore. Nah, I definitely say Baltimore. I did the Gordon Ramsay joint at the Baltimore casino.
There's a Gordon Ramsay in Baltimore.
Yes.
Oh, I
Yes.
gotta go check it out.
Yes. Do not be in Baltimore in February though, because that cold weather.
It's so cold.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
No, don't go to
so-
Chicago in February. Oh my God.
God, dude.
Yo,
I do not do it. I
I had
don't.
no idea there was a Gordon Ramsay in Baltimore.
It was worth it.
I thought I had to go to Vegas for him.
Oh, I've been to one in Hell's Kitchen too.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I have to go
There's a
check it out.
tournament in jiu-jitsu every year. They do Master Worlds every year. My
Yeah.
professor goes. Some other people go all the time. I've been to Vegas so many times, as I said on this podcast. There's so much good food out in Vegas. It's not even like they got. You ever heard Rainforest Cafe?
Yes.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah. Oh my God.
I go
they
to
got one.
Vegas a lot for work. Have you been to Crack Shack before, bro?
Yeah, you been to Bubble Gump Shrimp?
Yes, bro.
Oh,
Listen, I'm too excited.
look, Bubble Gump is in Louisiana, ain't
Calm
it?
down, let me calm down.
That's in Louisiana. That's originally in Louisiana.
I think
Or Mississippi.
so. I've seen it in Florida as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I remember one time I went there because we were trying to get Rainforest Cafe, but we couldn't figure out where it was at. And then we ended up at Bubblegum Shrimp. That was the best.
Yo, bubblegum shrimp.
Bubblegum Shrimp.
Bubblegum
They
shrimp.
they knew what they were doing with that shrimp, bro.
No,
that
they
scrumps.
did. It
With that
was
scrumps.
good.
What are they doing?
But yo, it's about that time. We got that alley-oop question for you, my guy. So here's how we do the alley-oop.
All
You
right.
had to ask us one question, right? And we'll let you know we answer it. This is your first one. So
Okay.
I'll let you know if I answer or not. I'll let you know we answer or not. You're not allowed to answer any past questions. So you gotta ask us one question we both have to answer.
Okay.
Any question you want.
Hmm.
Anything at all.
So we're answering the same question.
We're answering the same question.
Okay, got you.
Actually, I have a friend. She has this quote,
Mm.
and it's just like it's a question, and it's just like it actually made me think about it a bit because I was like, just what if? Like what if?
What
Yeah,
if?
It's like open ended. So
I was about to say what if what,
Ooh,
but I
that's
hear
different.
you.
That's
what
different.
if? Yeah.
Newbie, you want it?
No, you go first.
What
Go
if?
first.
My biggest what if is, what if I can't move, so I always move. So you know what I mean. I like that question a lot because that for me, because you were like we were saying on this podcast, I was doing a lot for my birthday. Like I said, a lot of my stuff that I do now it's starting to be robotic. That it's not. It's like I've said this all the time. It's like water to me. It's like I take in. I reach out to everything, and by the time everything comes back to me, everything's good to go. In terms of like how I handle my like not just like myself, but just my business factors and all that stuff. Like a lot of stuff that I have lined up that y'all gonna be seeing very shortly. Just kind of fell in my lap, and I just been picking up and running with it. Yeah. So I always say, well, if I can't move, I might as well move today. So that's how I just up and moving. Thank you for like not getting know about my text messages, because I'm one of those people that I update all the time. I let people know all the time, like, hey, what's going on?
Well, that's how you know you're passionate and you're serious about your business, and that's why I respect you.
Yep, 100. So it's like, for me, it's like if I can't move, that's what's a what if I can't move. That's a very good question. That's a very, very good question. Now to you. This is your first one. Now I want to see how you go.
I would say, what if I couldn't pole? Okay, because pole dance definitely became like my escape from a lot of things. Like it became meditation for me. So it's not just work. I'm very passionate about it, and it's my release, you know? So if I could not do that, or if I did not have a safe space to do that, you know, I don't know. I don't know, you know.
I think really much in pole and being on the other side of that. And I see some male people pole too, but seeing the other side of females actually having fun and not being judged.
Right. Yeah, it's that.
Of their
it's
body
that, for sure.
and the uniqueness. And seeing everyone do it.
Yep.
Because it really does take a lot to like own yourself, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's empowering, you know? Yeah. So if you're not comfortable with yourself, then like, how are you really moving throughout the day?
Facts. Facts. Yo, that's a very good way to end it, guys. It has been a wonderful time at the I Need Food podcast. I got my man Donovan. Dogwood is a good play on the words. Dogwood Goodes.
Yep, like
Dogwood Goodes.
Dogwood Goodes. It's been a wonderful time with Miss Ari, myself, The Hype. Okay. Y'all be safe, peace, love.
Deuces.
Bye.
I got 2 twin Locs strapped to my hip. One for the ops, one for the dip. Got the drip